Morning, everyone. Welcome to another Coturnix Corners Morning Musings. Glad everyone could join us this morning. Hope everyone is doing well. Looks like we got quite a few people in here already. That's cool. Um, got a interesting live this morning. We got some different giveaway this week. HP Murray over at Gopher Ridge. Instead of giving away a 30 count of, uh, yeah, Klaus, it's me again. Instead of giving away a 30 count of Coturnix hatching eggs, this week we're going to be giving away a 20 count of Chucker hatching eggs. So we'll go over that here in a second. First, shout out to our sponsors before I get left behind. Gopher Ridge Quail Farm and Hatching Time. Both these companies supply us with some stuff to give away each week on the live streams. It's much appreciated. HP over at Gopher Ridge has some of the nicest quail that you will ever find. And Hatching Time, everybody knows they've got a full supply of poultry equipment and whatnot. So if you would visit our sponsors and, kind of helps them and thanks them for what they do for the channel. Let's see. We are going to be doing the $50 gift certificate giveaway today and the 20 count of Chuckers, but we're doing it a little bit different this time. CJ, we're not going to be don't comment Hatching Time or Gopher Ridge in the comment section or in the chat room, because we're doing a little bit different. We have an auto random picker, and you got to use a hashtag in order to be entered into the random picker. So, and I'll tell you about that before we do the drawings. Let's see. This week is our Kurnix Kids project winner announcement. I guess I can go ahead and do that right now. Our judges over at CoturnixCorner.com selected Jace to be our winner this month for the month of April. So I appreciate all our judges. Jace sent in a write-up that says, "My name is Jace. I'm 5 years old. I helped my mom build a rabbit cage, a rabbit and quail pen. I help collect eggs daily and also help to give out eggs with no charge to people who need or want them. I also have bantams that are my own, Cluckadoo, Chickadee, Chickette, and Chickawau." I like that name. Who will also give eggs that we eat and also donate. And then mom says, Jace is homeschooled and we use our outside activities as learning how to care for animals, but also being resourceful. Excellent job, Jace. Congratulations. It's very nice of you guys to give away eggs to people, that need them or want them, especially now with the price of eggs being unbelievably ridiculous. So, Jace, way to go. We will be sending you a whole bunch of prizes over the next week or so. And these companies are the companies that you're going to be getting prizes from. Wholesome Harvest is going to send you a 40-pound bag of feed to get you started. Southern Biophiliac and Big Spring Quail supply the hatching egg. Supply the hatching eggs. Wasn't thinking there. Bryant's Roost is going to be sending you an incubator, and either Pips or Chicks or Champions Blend will be sending you a $25 Tractor Supply gift certificate for you to purchase, any other supplies that you might need. And of course, Hatching Time is going to be sending out a 2-unit layer cage to help get you started. So, Jace, really appreciate your entry. Congratulations. And stay on them animals. There's nothing better than learning how to take care of animals and, helping your neighbors out and whatnot as far as giving away eggs. So way to go on that, Jace. Okay, where else are we here? I had somebody call me last night, left a message, and I called him back regarding the incubators, the DIY incubators. And he was having an issue with humidity. being able to get his humidity, to where he needs it. So we worked through a few things, and one thing he found out, he was telling me, was he was using a 75-watt incandescent, which those get way too hot. I just wanted, for those of you who either have the DIY box, have built one, or bought the kit, we are now recommending these ceramic reptile heaters. And you'll notice this is the mini. It's just a little short thing. Do not use the full size one. With the mini mounted in the box, the heating element, or the fans blow directly across the heating element, which is this part right here. And they work really well. This is a 25 watter. We're recommending the 25 watt for the mini incubator, and the 50 watt for the 240 for the larger one. So I just wanted to, for those of you who have that or are thinking about getting it, those are the heaters that you need. Another announcement, and I'm kind of excited about this one. For those of you who are interested in keeping bees or getting into keeping bees, or those of you who already do keep bees, April 8th, not this coming Tuesday, which is April Fool's. We probably won't even go live then. April 8th, Brian Coper from Castle Hives is going to join us on the live stream and talk about getting started with bees. Brian's been doing bees for a while now, and they have a live stream, Brian and 3 other guys, called the Stream Team, and it's all about keeping bees and whatnot. So anyhow, Brian surprisingly agreed to come on the show. I reached out to him, and he agreed to come on the show, and I am really excited for it. And I know there's a lot of people. It was funny because I posted the link to that live stream. So I already set it up. And the first comment I got, somebody said, I thought this was a quail channel. And yes, it is a quail channel. But there are a lot of people in this group that keep bees or are interested in bees. CJ right there says, I've got 2 hives. It's just so expensive for equipment. It's we're not getting away from quail. We're just doing a little bit different live stream. And matter of fact, Brian's a quail keeper. I don't know if he still has Coturnix. I know last year he did, but he just messaged me and said that he picked up a bunch of bob whites. So it's going to be an interesting live. All right. What else did I have? Okay, here's what we're going to be doing, guys. During the drawing, I'm using this giveaway tool from StreamYard that it's basically a random picker. But in the chat room, you need to comment if you want to be in the drawing for the chucker eggs. Comment #chucker, and that's CHUKAR. I spelled it wrong, KER, but it's KAR. Make sure I got that right on this tool. Hold on. Yeah, I do. Or if you want the $50 gift certificate, comment #hatching time, all one word. Don't space it out. And later on in the show, we'll go ahead and do that drawing. I figured that would be the easiest way to do it instead of me selecting somebody. I think we're going to do this every week now. Just let the random picker select somebody. So, if you've already won hatching eggs or you've already got a gift certificate, this may be an option for you to go ahead and get another one. So, all right, let me go ahead and jump over in the chat room. I think I got everything. Yeah, it looks like we got everything. For those who are wondering, I had a couple people ask me this morning, the incubator kits are back online, by the way. All right, we're in the chat room. Allie's joining us. Says good morning, everyone. Good morning, Allie. Hope you are doing well. Marie Wiley says good morning from Louisiana. If you're wondering what this is, guys, I don't know if I have arthritis in my wrist or what do they call that? Where you're using the keyboard and stuff too much. Brain fart. Anyhow, it hurts. Tater Farms in house says, woohoo, good morning, quail peeps. Hey, Allie, how's every little thing? Tony says, good morning from Nampa, Idaho. I hope that's right. Morning, Tony. Glad you could join us. Tater Farms says, hey, Marie, is your pollen as high as ours in central Georgia? I don't know about Georgia, but Florida, I can tell you, is high right now. For the past couple weeks, my allergies have been really kicking in. But I don't mind it because the bees like the pollen. So, John says, good morning, everyone, here from rainy Southwest Michigan. Glad you could join us, John. We actually had rain yesterday, which was good because we haven't had rain in a long time. And then it's calling it, they're saying a 50% chance today, but it looks awful blue out there. So I don't know. Tony says, go for Ridge hatching time. Let's get that out of the way. Well, sorry, Tony. That's not going to get you in this drawing. Do the hashtag thing, and we'll get you in there. Homestead Matters says, happy Sunday from Eugene, Oregon. Hope everyone is doing well, as are you. Thanks for joining us. Brian says, good morning, everyone. Rainy weekend in central Michigan. Seems to be a theme up there. Marie says, Tater Farm pollen's all over. My bees are having a field day. Yep. Pollen's a good thing for bees. CJ's in the house. Says, good morning, all. Morning, CJ. Glad you could join us. Tony said, would like to hear about the quail, not the weather. You know, people want, this is a laid back live stream, Tony. I mean, if people want to talk about bees, the weather, whatever, you know, it's fine by me. Now on the Tuesday live stream is a little bit different. We kind of stick to a more of a theme on that one. All Clean Exterior says, morning, everyone. Glad you could join us. Another Michigander there. Mark from the La Rochelle Farm says, good morning, Terry. How's the flowers in Florida? They're blooming, Mark. They're blooming everywhere. Dan says, good morning from Fremont, Wisconsin. Morning, Dan. Glad you could join us. Don Skin's in the house. Good morning from South Mississippi. Morning, Don. Glad you could join us. There's my buddy from the Netherlands. Klaus says, you again? Yeah. Glad you could join us, Klaus. Tony says, I need hatching eggs, Fab Fee, the white and black sparkly ones. This week, we're not doing no hatching egg giveaway. Sorry about that. Dane says, good morning from Georgia. Glad you could join us, Dane. And Janelle says, morning. Morning, Janelle. Glad you could join us. Woodtick's in the house. Says, good morning, everyone. I had to really hustle to make it in time. Well, we're glad you did. Reed Carson says, good morning. I'm getting the GQF Breeder Hutch CQF. It's got to be GQF Breeder Hutch Tuesday. Cool. Congratulations, Reed. Costello Hobby Farm says, good morning from Alabama. Sweet home, Alabama. CJ, we're not doing the go for Ridge and hatching time thing. It's got to be a hashtag. And it's either hashtag Chuckers, CHUKAR. Let me make sure I got that. Chucker or Chuckers? Yeah, it's Chucker, not S, just Chucker. Let's see. Golden State Quail says, good morning from California. Good morning. Probably a little early out there. Muddy Acres Homestead says, nice. Chuckers are so fun. Yeah, we had, for those of you who didn't see it, H.P. Murray was on last week and talking all about game birds. And I learned a lot because I didn't know, like he said, that you can keep game. I always thought game birds had to be kept in a like a flight pen or, outdoor setup. But, he says you can do them inside in cages and whatnot. So. Okay. Again, another one needs to have the hashtag. Reed, same with you. John, same with you. We're using the hashtags this week, so it's hashtag Chucker or hashtag hatching time, all one word. <clears throat> 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, huge thank you to the sponsors. Absolutely. 'Tater Farm says, hu Maury's in the house. Says good morning from West Michigan, Quail. Glad you could join us, Maury. Costello Hobby Farm hashtag. There's no. I hope I'm getting to a point where everybody's going to start using the hashtag, or we're not going to have any winners today. Homestead Matter says one day with more space, truckers would be fun. Yep. CJ says just call me out. Yeah, we'll do that around here. Rochelle Farmer said I went from having every incubator to having none. Now I think I'm going to purchase another Barado. Yeah, the Barados are good boxes. Believe it or not, I don't have any. Well, I take that back. I have one small Chinese incubator left, a little round dome style. Everything else I have is all big cabinet incubators. Brian says, congratulations, Jace. Absolutely. What's a hashtag? Tic-tac-toe board. Let's see. Golden State Quail says, congrats, Jace. Rochelle Farm corrected his spelling of Barato. Tater Farm says, congratulations, Jace. CJ Sanders says, congrats. Andy Rabbit's in the house says, good morning. I was wondering if you're going to make it to this morning, Andy. Good morning. Alexandra says, good morning. Marie says, congratulations, Jace. That's awesome. Homesteads Matter says, oh, nice to see the kids happily involved. Go Jace. Yep, absolutely. It's nice to get them involved, with the quail. And it's really nice, usually when after the judges select the winner and the prizes start going up, usually the parents will send me photos of like the kids with the prizes or putting together the incubator or after they hatched out the eggs. And that's really cool to see. And what I try to do is post them over on the CoturnixCorner.com website. So if you guys aren't a member of that group over there, it's CoturnixCorner.com, and it's the Kurnix Corner community. And there's a lot of great people over there. Some people don't like dealing with Facebook, so that's why we set that group up. And it's really it's a great group. There's no drama. You don't get the stuff you get on Facebook. So check it out. And that's actually where you need to go to sign get your kids signed up for the giveaways. Janelle says, sending a big heartfelt thank you to each of the sponsors for our Sunday morning meeting and for these kids. You are appreciated. Thanks, Janelle. I'm sure that they appreciate that from you. Van Garcia says, I'll be here. Cool. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. CJ says, I've got 2 hives. It's just so expensive for equipment. Yeah, I build all mine. The first year, I bought a bunch of commercial stuff, and I was like, you know what? I can build that. Andy Rabbit says, my chicks have hatched. Cool. I hope you got a good hatch rate, Andy. Mark says, I have radon auto delivery. I don't think Mark likes bees very much. Janelle says, very interesting in starting the bee adventure, or very interested in starting the bee adventure. It's cool. Once you get over the initial nervousness of, I guess you'd say, of working bees, believe it or not, guys, before I got into bees, I was scared to death of them. I could not stand. I was always afraid I was going to get stung. I've been nailed by wasps. We have all kinds of wasps around here. I've been nailed by them quite a few times. And, but I was always afraid of bees I guess it's, TV and whatnot makes them out to be dangerous killer animals. But, I go out and I work my bees. You can tell their demeanor when you get out into the bee yard. If they're happy, they got plenty of food and pollen coming in, they're laid back when you go to work them. If it's a bad day, like, a rainy day or a bad weather day, or the hive lost its queen, stuff like that, that can make them a little grumpy, but you just suit up then and they're fine. The other day I worked a hive out in my yard that they were queenless, but I wanted to go through the entire hive to make sure that they were queenless, and they didn't like that. I mean, it's a 2 layer hive, and I pulled every frame out, and I had probably half of those bees all over me, but I didn't find the queen, so I actually gave them a frame of eggs from another hive so they can make their own queen now. Brian says, I've got some hatching eggs as we speak, Andy. So exciting. Cool. CF Deacom says, happy Sunday, Terry. Happy Sunday to you too. Thanks for joining us today. Charles Byerly says, I have bees in a top bar hive. I love keeping them also. I also have a top bar hive. It's a Kenyan top bar. I actually have 3 of them. I have one that's full of bees right now and 2 of them in my shop that I'm ready to set out there as soon as, I start doing splits. I'm going to split them into the top bars. I like working the top bars too. They're so easy to work and, you're not disturbing all the bees at one time. So Andy says 15 of the 30 went into lockdown and 15 hatched. Very cool. X Turtle says, hello, everyone. Glad you could join us. Hilltop Honey from Kentucky says, good morning, Bowling Green, Kentucky. 4 hives, 1 swarm, 50 quail. Cool. Yeah, I'm trying something new this year, and I'm going to actually explain that on the live stream. I've only got 3 hives that I'm letting grow out to their full potential. All the rest are basically queen rearing hives, and that's kind of what I'm working towards this year is rearing a bunch of queens. I don't know if you guys know, there's been a lot of die-offs in the U.S. this year, like up to 80% of some commercial hives are just dying off for no reason. Well, they don't know what the reason is. So, yeah, I thought, you know what, I'm going to keep queens. I haven't had anything die off, but I'm going to keep plenty of queens on hands. That way, if something does happen, I've got a backup. Okay, I see Brian is the first one to comment. This is what you guys need to comment if you're interested in the chucker. Comment #chucker, exactly as it's spelled there. Or if you want the hatching time giveaway, it's comment #hatching time, all one word. Tony says, I got into lockdown with local bought eggs, no mail order. That's actually the best way to do it. If you can find eggs locally or get them picked up or delivered, that's the way to do it, because I hear so many people complaining about the postal service now. Right now, I don't know why, but they're really screwing up. They're running late. People are getting poor hatch rates from them. Just, all kinds of problems with the postal service right now. So, all right, we got a whole bunch of people commenting. #this, #that, which is good. HB Murray's in the house. Good morning, all. We always have haters. If he's giving a starter hive, #me. If he's giving a starter hive, don't watch what you wish for there, HB. I might give you another hobby. La Rochelle Farms says, Muddy, how you doing? Let's see. Brian says, I have some Celadon mixed to my flock and finally started to get a few blue eggs. Oh, very cool. You're right, Mark. Old age. Definitely. Carpal tunnel. Thank you. Thank you, Andy. I actually, right when Mark commented old age, I actually thought, yeah, that's the word. But thank you. Yeah, I am getting old. I mean, falling apart. And I don't know. I mean, it feels like it's in my wrist, in the joint. But when I'm like typing on the keyboard, I feel it, in my wrist, and then all the way up this little tendon or whatever it is that runs up your arm. I feel it there. So right now I got that liquid heat on it. And the reason I put the support on there is I have a bad habit of rubbing my eyes. And I usually end up doing it after I put the heat on, and then my eyes burn. So what happened here? CJ says, I believe I remember you saying something about being a ham. Call sign, KN4SSU. My call sign, I just actually, in the last year, got my father's call sign. He's a silent key now, and it's KCPW. K8CPW. Tom says, I'd like to win your hat. I like it. I don't know where this hat comes from. I think my wife got it. Tony says tendonitis. It could be. I've never had a doctor look at it, so I don't know what it is. Klaus says quail gives poop. Plants need poop. There we go. I don't know why I dropped out there for a second. You're absolutely right, Klaus. Anna Bishop's in the house. Says good morning. Charles Byerly said just had 10 celadons. What on earth is going on here? 10 celadon hatch out of 30, mail order, 15 not fertile. You know, Charles, I wouldn't count on it not being fertile. A lot of eggs that don't develop usually isn't an issue, especially if you're ordering from a reputable farm. It's not an issue with fertility, more of an issue with shipping and the egg being damaged in transit. Um, yeah, I mean, people say they weren't fertile just because they didn't develop, but best thing to do is when you have eggs that don't do anything, crack one open, and see if was there any development at all in there, or is it just plain yolk, Carpal tunnel is what it's called. It is. Gator Farms says Klaus. Love Klaus. Yeah, Klaus is a good guy. I know, just joking. I knew you were, Tony. Don't worry about it. Andy Rabbit's in the house says hello, Klaus. Jackie says good morning from Oklahoma. Good morning, Jackie. Modified Chevy says good morning. Good morning. Glad you could join us. Muriel says, at what age is quail considered the sweet spot to process? Is there an age when quail is considered old, akin to a stew hen? A lot of people say that quail, the texture of the meat doesn't change with age, but I can tell you I prefer to eat birds anywhere between 10 and 12 weeks old. Usually birds that are older than that, when I butcher them, I end up giving them, I don't give them to my dogs. My wife cooks it up and, dices it up and we mix it in with our dog food. But I can tell the difference. And I've heard a lot of people say that an older quail is not going to taste any different than a younger one, but I can tell the texture is a little bit different. So I prefer a younger bird, especially if I'm eating the breast. Now the legs, I'll eat the legs off of any quail, any age. Doesn't matter. I love the quail legs. Andy Rabbit says, I have my first baby rabbits of the year. Cool. Congratulations. Bluebird 1994 says, have quail eggs going to the incubator for the first time today. Excited and nervous. Cool. Good luck on your hatch. And yeah, it's the excitement is there all the time. It doesn't matter how many times you throw eggs in the incubator. It's always, at least for me, it's always exciting. I don't get nervous much anymore, just because I've done it so many times. But cool. Bluebird, hope you get a good hatch. Brian says, congrats, Andy. I've got a mama that don't want to feed her kids. You foster doe. Gator Farm says, I always learn so much from your lives and HP when he's on. Thank you for having him on. Absolutely. Yeah, I learn too. When we get guests on, I learn stuff all the time. Modified Chevy says, Timu Incubator will overrun you with babies if you put enough eggs in it. Okay. Liliana says, hi, this is Liliana for Buenos Aires. Cool. Glad you could join us, Liliana, and welcome to the show. Muddy Acres Homestead said, I just put 13 crested blue Swedish duck eggs in the incubator, crossing my fingers. Cool. Good luck on the hatch. I've never heard of them, but cool. Liliana says, thanks for sharing info with us. Absolutely. Dave says, when are you going to have Klaus and Allie episode? I'm pushing them. I haven't said anything to Klaus yet because I know what kind of a response I'll get, but I've been pushing Allie, and we'll see what happens. But I would love to see a Klaus Allie episode. Homestead Matter says, fun note, I'm pretty sure every one of my hatchery sexed 90% accuracy pullets are roosters. So no eggs, but good thing they're dual purpose breeds. Yep. Costello Hobby Farm says, I have 20 quail coming in the mail from Thieving Otter Farm tomorrow. Hopefully the bad weather coming tonight and tomorrow doesn't hinder the formerly great USPS. Yeah, well, hopefully they get there on time for you. And I'm not saying they mess up all the time, but it seems lately I hear a lot of people complaining about them. Ali says, talk to Tater Farm. All the little things are great. Very blessed. I hope you are well too. Tony says, I'm having in, introduction problems mixing birds together. I end up with beat up quail. Um, yeah, I mean, there's a few things that you can try. Some people say, introduce them at night. I've heard people say spray them down with apple cider vinegar water solution. Um, I usually don't have that much problems introducing birds. I try to do birds that are all the same age, whether they're younger or older. If I am introducing younger birds, like to my aviary outside, which has, 8-month-old birds in it, um, I just make sure that I got enough furniture in there to where the birds that are new have places that they can, kind of run and hide. A lot of times what you can do is take your original birds, pull them out and put them in a new cage, a different cage that looks totally different than the cage you pulled them from, and introduce your new birds at the same time with them, because the cage is all new and they're just kind of, getting oriented again. Sometimes that works, but trying to think of any other things I've heard of. Oh, I heard some people say that you can give them treats, like put a bunch of whatever your birds like, greens or whatever. Throw that in the cage and then put your new birds in there. The originals are so interested in getting the treats that they don't mess with the new birds, and they just kind of blend together, I guess. So, but yeah, I mean, for some people it's a chore. I usually don't have that much problem with it. Andrew Rabbit says hello, Allie. Jesse Tate says good morning from Nevada. Good morning, Jesse. Glad you could join us. Woodtick says my second hatch with the DIY Mini was with my own eggs, had an 87% hatch rate. Congratulations. That's a good hatch. Yeah, I mean, and that's something I regularly hear with the DIY boxes, that, people are getting decent hatch rates. On shipped eggs, I never expect more than a 50% hatch, just because that's average. Sometimes I do better. This last video we did, where we did the incubator comparisons, HP shipped me some eggs. Out of 90 eggs, 64 hatched. That's a 71% hatch rate on shipped eggs. So, that's pretty good. Liliana says, I'm having issues hatching button quail and keeping them alive. It seems they might require something different to incubate. No problem with the regular quail. I can't help you out there, Liliana. I don't know. I've never done buttons. I'll tell you, the person you want to talk to is Jennifer over at Bryant's Roost. She keeps chucker, something like that. She keeps buttons. If you're not a member of the Coturnix Corner Facebook group, go over there and post in there. So I'm sure somebody in there can help you out. Brian Edwards says, first time live viewer. Hello from Texas. Hill Country, hatching time, and chucker. Cool. Glad you could join us here, Brian, and welcome. Hilltop Honey says it's cloudy there. If it's cloudy, they're rowdy. Yep. Yep. I find with mine too, most people say, you want to wait till, late morning or early afternoon to work them, because most of your foragers are out. I seem to have better luck working them like between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning. And that way none of the foragers have come back yet. So they're still out doing their job. Andy Rabbit says, we're going to be getting some storms today. The storm, they say, is going to get nasty as it moves up north. I hope everyone that way stays safe. Yeah, I did see that front moving across the U.S. We got our part of it yesterday. It's funny because the front's coming across the U.S., but we got the rain from the south. It actually moved up from Cuba. And it was pretty good rain, too. Jacob says, hello, all. Glad you could join us, Jacob. And he said, how are the puppies doing? They're doing great. You can see lazy mama over here. Yeah, say hello, Cookie. She's getting to where they're just over 4 weeks now. So she's getting to where she doesn't, she goes in and feeds them, once in a while, but most of the time she spends her time with me. So time to start getting them puppies on their own food. Mark says, enjoy your Sunday, folks. Glad you could join us, Mark. Really appreciate it. Andrew Rabbit says, there are some exercises that you can do for your wrist. Look them up online. I do them when I'm driving and sitting at a traffic light. My daughter went to art school up in Georgia, and they told them to keep from getting carpal tunnel, I guess it was. You grab your fingers and you kind of pull back on them, and then the other way is to pull back this way. I do that, and it hurts. So, yeah, I know. I try. It's funny that the more that I work, like if I'm outside working in the bees or the quail or whatever, it doesn't seem to be bothering me as much as just sitting around, not doing nothing. So I probably should have a doctor look at it one day. Anita says, sorry, guys, late again. Hello, everyone from Virginia. Glad you could join us, Anita. Andrew Rabbit says, hello, Anita. Panda Bunny says, good morning from Arizona. Glad you could join us. Let's see. Anita saying hello to a bunch of people. Alejandro says, starting my quail cage soon. So excited. Cool. Good luck on that. Costello Hobby Farms is having a hard time finding Rex rabbits here in Alabama, but need to. Yeah, I've been away from the rabbit scene for so long. I don't know what's where and who's got what anymore. Matter of fact, there's breeds out there that I've never even heard of anymore. My dad did satins back when I was young, still in high school, and I had a collection of some satins and some Dutch, but yeah, back in the show days. Yeah, this was good. Anita shared that weight guide sheet over on Kurnix Corner Facebook. So, Andrew Rabbit says you got to be willing to travel for the right rabbit. They don't ship them like they do quail eggs. Miro says, is there an age of quail where the quality viability of laid eggs diminishes? I don't know what everybody else's thoughts on this are. I normally don't keep my hens past 8 months. 8 to 9 months is where I start swapping them out. But as long as the hen is laying and your roosters are fertile, you should get fertile eggs that should be viable. So, but yeah, like I say, I get rid of my hens early. Not early, 9 months, between 8 and 10 months probably, and then my roosters is every 6 months. Tater Farm says, Allie and Klaus episode might break the internet. It would be absolutely awesome. I think so too. Rusty, you got to put a hashtag in front of that to enter. Yeah, for those of you who just joined us, we're going to be giving away, matter of fact, we're going to do it here in a minute. We're going to be giving away a $50 Hatching Time gift certificate, and HP Murray over at Gopher Ridge is donating a 20 count of chucker hatching eggs. So if you want to enter into the drawing, you have to put hashtag hatching time, all one word, like I see Rusty just did, or for the chuckers, hashtag chuckers, CHUKAR, not S. There's no S on that. And we're going to do an automatic selection thing, a random picker, I think they call it. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do one of them now. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to enter. Well, we got a whole bunch of people in there already. Okay, let me not lose that spot. Let me go over here. We're going to do the hatching time first. Start collecting. Okay, it's going through right now. I don't know if you guys can still see me. It's going through right now and selecting the entries. Wow. All right. And let's see. We will select draw now. Okay, it's going through and drawing. And who's your, Hilltop Honey. Hilltop Honey from Kentucky won the $50 gift certificate. And I will set up the next one here in a second when we do the chuckers. We'll do the chuckers. I'll give a few more people some time to get in there and comment. But anyhow, for those of you who are selected by the random comment picker, you're going to email me all your information to Terry at CoturnixCorner.com. And let's see, as soon as that pops in, I will put it up on screen. Okay, there's my email address. And make sure that I get all your information. I need a good shipping address, a good phone number, and a good email. And if your name is different here in the chat room than your real name, put your real name in that email also. And I will forward that on to our sponsors, and they will get your prizes out. So did that, I wasn't watching, guys. Did that come up on the screen and show you who the winner was? This whole thing is kind of new to me. Costello Hobby Farm says driving 16 hours back to Minnesota on Easter weekend to see the in-laws, but mainly to pick up some good rabbits, LOL. Cool. Always willing to travel. Fawn says, good morning, Terry. And good morning, Fawn. Glad you could join us. Dave, what happened here? Dave says, quail introduction in a new enclosure overcomes their territorial nature. I have had the most success with this. There you go. I know I've heard some people say, that's how they do it. So I was trying to think of all the way. Oh, it did not. No, it didn't show the drawing picking. Oh, man. All right, I did something wrong. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I was supposed to share that screen. All right, well, we'll get it right on the next one. How do I share this screen, though? All right, guys. I guess I should have tested it out first. Yeah, there it is, share screen. Of course. Let me see if. All right. Well, it did not show up on your end, so I'm not going to do it again because that wouldn't be fair to Hilltop Honey. But I promise you that Hilltop Honey was the selected winner. I didn't even think of having to share that screen. So, but how on earth am I going to hit share screen when I'm on a different screen? I should have tried that out. Let me see what. Hold on. Let me just see what share screen does. Is easiest with two monitors. Work best on a good computer. Okay. Let me get in over here. All right, enter the studio. Okay. Take a coffee break a minute, guys. I want to get this set up. What is that address? Giveaway. Huh. Well, if it doesn't work, guys, how can I do this? I'll hold this computer up in front of the monitor so you guys can see what's happening. All right, where are we at here? Andy Rabbit says as well as good as this hatch was on the ship eggs at the post office, didn't take an extra weekend to get them here. I think I would have got a better hatch. Yep, that sounds like the post office, and you probably would have. Brian says, good morning, Fawn. Tony says, I'll try the new cage thing. Thanks. Yep, not a problem. Tim says, good morning, everyone. Central Florida checking in. Glad you could join us, Tim. Good morning. Are any members from Winnemucca? Winnemucca? I can't pronounce that one. Nevada. I don't know. All right, we got a few people commenting. Chuckers, Sexton Outdoors says hello, everyone. Dave B says Klaus is being awfully quiet. Would Tuesday or Sunday format be better for him? We need this show. HP said so. I don't know. Let's see. At 7 o'clock on the 7 p.m., it's 1 a.m. in the morning. So that wouldn't work for him. Probably the morning show would be better for him because that way I think it's only like maybe mid-afternoon over there, something like that. Andrew Rabbit says, someone told me at UPS shipped rabbits, but I don't know if that's true. There are transport people sometimes. That I don't know either. Costello Hobby Farm says, hit that like button too, y'all. Tim says, question, with a DIY foam incubator, I'm noticing lower temps towards the back of the incubator. Would it help to add a small shelf right above the intake at the bottom? No, the intake, I don't know what good adding a shelf back there would do you. I mean, the heat is coming from the front. That's weird. Tim, what differences are you having from temperature? Like say from the front of the shelf to the back? Because I put on mine, I put thermometers in the front, in the back, and both levels, and they're all within a half a degree of each other. So I wouldn't think you should have that big of a difference. But let me know what kind of temperature you're getting, temperature difference, and if you're using multiple thermometers. Sexton's Outdoors says, I just built one of your stacker cages. Turned out great. Thanks for the plans. Yep, absolutely. All right, we've got a whole bunch of people. Dave says, please don't forget to hit the like button. Absolutely. I'm still trying to think in the back of my head how to do that picker. I should have asked Brian. He does that all the time on his. But it says to share the screen. Oh, I know. Yeah, that would work. Okay. Yeah, okay. A bunch of people saying no, it didn't. Muddy Hater said, we trust you. Yeah, I mean, it's only $50, you know. Mario says, thank you for being here this morning. Appreciate your information and answering newbie questions I have. Thanks to the sponsors for the giveaways. Also, I've been enjoying your lives. Cool. And we're glad to have you here. Skinner Outdoors says, can you make a video update on your outdoor aviary? I can do that. You know, Brian, I've actually thought of doing that. I got stung, believe it or not, in 3.5 years keeping bees, I've only been stung once, and that was through the glove. But I thought about that, you know, catching some bees and just kind of holding them right there on my wrist and see if that doesn't help any. Okay, I think I read that one already. Tim says, I see a difference of maybe 1 to 2 degrees, maybe sensor placement. I have 250-watt ceramic with 2 P8 fans. Okay. I'm taking that you have the larger box. Is that a DIY kit or is that something you built on your own? Yeah, 2 degrees. You should not have 2 degrees on the same shelf difference. Your sensor, if you've got a two-layer or 2-turner system, the sensor needs to be even with either the top one or in between the two. I usually do the top because the bottom one's only going to be about maybe a degree at the most different. Try moving the sensor I'm trying to think of what else. You shouldn't have 2 degrees on the same shelf. Also, that forward, the forward thermometer, move that back even with the first row of eggs, and then your back thermometer, keep it anywhere you want back there. Um, I'm just wondering if maybe those two P8 fans are blowing more air down over that forward thermometer, causing it to read a little bit higher. Um, yeah, Tim, on Gulf Coast Quail website is my phone number. Give me a call if you still have issues with that. Give me a call. And I'll see if I can't, help you work it out. Eddie Rabbit says you need some bee venom cream for your wrist. Yeah, I do. Okay, it is the 240. I did it on my own, not the kit. Um, okay, take a picture of it, Tim, um, inside, so I can see, all the stuff that you cut out, and email that to me, Terry at Kurnixcorner.com, and give me a call anyhow. I would like to see what you got. Where are we? I just lost a bunch of. Oh, I did. I did lose. I went the wrong way. That's what happened. Shepherd Labrador says, "Does it matter if the DIY incubator has the P8 or F8?" I can't find the F8 fans anymore. So the P8 is a direct replacement for it, and I believe they are a 4-wire fan. So what you can do is the obviously you've got a positive and a negative, but 2 of the wires are speed control. So you can actually switch to a different wire if you've got too much air movement. You do want like 1800 RPM is usually what most of the F8s were. The 3000 RPM will work, but I think the 1800s just did better. So thanks, Harry. Whether it was just minor adjustments. Yeah, that's usually it with those. It's just getting them tweaked and getting them dialed in correctly. I bred black and white Coturnix, got tuxedos, brown and white, lavenders, bred black to lavender, got beautiful all lavenders and a box of chocolates. Never know what you get. I guess not. Jimmy says 51 too cold to store quail eggs. No. Um, I used to keep my eggs out in a little dorm fridge out in the shop, and that's about where it ran, about 50 to 51 degrees. And those were for hatching. So, no, that'll work fine. All right, guys, we are going to try the chucker again and see how that works out. So let me go to first. I'm going to go over here and get it set up. And then I am going to go to start collecting comments. Now I think did I spell it right? You know what, guys? I think I messed up. Musings Live. CHU. CHUKAR. I spelled that right. Oh, that can't be right. All right, guys, if you want to be in for Chucker, I hate to make you do this. Go ahead and comment hashtag Chucker right now because it's not collecting any of the comments. All right, keep commenting, guys, and I'll see if there's anybody else has commented. I don't see any comments there. Never try something new unless you practice it. I don't know what I did. And I don't know about hatching out chucker eggs. If anybody knows, do you incubate them the same as you do with Coturnix? Um, are they the same, amount of time in incubation and lockdown? I don't know. Same temperature. If anybody in there knows, comment that. And also, you could always reach out to HP. I'm sure he would help you out. All right. Is there any other things that we can talk about real quick while you guys are entering your? It doesn't help to enter it more than once. I do know that. Just enter it one time. And so maybe it wasn't me last time on the live. Just saying. No, it wasn't HP. It's most likely my problem. Okay. All right. We seem to have slowed down there, so we are going to go ahead and go back over here. I wonder if I have to hit. No, I don't hit share screen yet. All right. Now, all right. Now I think I go over here. We're going to try it, guys, just to see. Present, share screen. Share screen. Let's see. Choose what to share. The giveaway tool. Share. Okay. Now, I don't know why, but it's only showing that it's collected 19 entries. So I know it's not collecting the old ones, probably just the newest ones. So we're going to go ahead and draw from the 19 that entered. Hey, it looks like it's working over there. Yeah, there we go. Steve Hogan. Winner, Rusty Holt. Sorry, Steve. Didn't mean to get your hopes up. Rusty Holt. All right, cool. So now we hit stop sharing now that I know how to do it. Cool, it's working. All right. So we did something right. Actually, I learned how to do something today because I think I'm going to use that tool from now on for the drawings, whether it's Coturnix eggs or the hatching time dealy. So Rusty, I need you to send me your information, shipping information to Terry at Coturnix. I can't spell Coturnix. Make sure I get a good address, a good phone number, and a good email. And I will forward that on to HP, and HP will take care of you and the chucker eggs. All right, let me see if there's any more comments. And if not, I'm going to pull the plug because I've got some incubators that I've got to go get boxed up and shipped out. Okay, HP says incubation 23 days, same as Coturnix. Coturnix aren't 23 days. HP, you got me confused. I think you're confused. I think Coturnix are only like 17 days. But anyhow, 23 days, same as chickens, I think you wanted in there. Andy Rabbit says, what size incubator trays do we need for chuckers? And then I think I saw HP pheasant trays or the blue ones, 90 cell. Cool. Steve says, congratulations, Rusty. Congratulations to all the winners. Dave says, congratulations, winners. Thanks for another great episode, Terry. Have a great Sunday, everyone. All right, cool. We are going to, if you guys would, real quick before you leave, hit that like button just so YouTube, kind of thinks that you enjoyed it. You know what I mean? And it helps with the algorithm. So, guys, I hope you have a great day, the rest of your day, and a great upcoming week. I don't think I'm going live Tuesday. We are going to be waiting till April 8th, where Brian Coper from Castle Hives will be joining us to talk about bees and getting started with bees, stuff like that. Okay, gotcha, HP. Thank you. So he meant temp, humidity, and brooding. Gotcha. All right, cool. What was I saying? Have a great week, guys. I really appreciate you joining me today, and we'll see you definitely next week, Sunday, and next week, Tuesday. Have a great one, guys. We'll see you.